That's not ideal. There's my more you know moment.
Can you read the stuff on the screen?
Yeah. It could be bigger, I think, if that's possible, but I don't know what you got back there. It's pretty far behind him, though, but I don't know if that's a thing or not.
New people who engage you, inspire you, make you laugh, and yes, even challenge your assumptions. We want you to experience everything. There are no shortages of opportunities here at the University of Albany, and we want you to try things that interest you, challenge you, and even make you nervous. Lastly, and I think perhaps even most importantly, get to know your professors. Engage with your faculty in class, during office hours, and at University of Albany events. And speaking of faculty, I now have the pleasure of introducing our faculty speaker, Dr. Samantha Friedman, an associate professor of sociology from our College of Arts and Sciences. She is also the recipient of the 2021 Torch Award. Each year since 1930s, graduating seniors have bestowed the Torch Award on one faculty member who has had an outstanding positive impact on their academic and personal success. Certainly you will see why Dr. Friedman is this year's recipient, And I am so pleased to introduce you to Dr. Friedman, who is over here.
Thank you, Dr. Malatesta. It is an honor to be here to formally welcome you to the University at Albany. You all worked so hard and under extraordinary circumstances to be here, and you should be very, very proud of your accomplishments. This is a new beginning for you, and the attributes that enabled you to get here today are those that you should capitalize on as you undertake new studies and embrace new opportunities at UAlbany. Today, I want to focus on 3 specific pieces of advice. First, look around you and notice the incredible amount of diversity. The Gen Z cohort of which you are a part is the most racially and ethnically diverse in U.S. history. And the student population here at UAlbany is more diverse than the population in the U.S. as a whole. Why is diversity so critical to your life at UAlbany? You have the unique opportunity to get to know people with whom you are not familiar, whether it be your roommate, your suite mate, your classmate, or a faculty member. My advice is to take advantage of this tremendous opportunity. Society benefits greatly when people of different backgrounds have true, meaningful interactions like you will during your time at UAlbany. You will be the leaders of our society down the road, and you will be able to make significant changes in society to combat institutional racism and discrimination. Looking around here today, I am filled with incredible hope for our future. My second piece of advice is to make you aware of our UAlbany Office of Career and Professional Development, and to encourage you to visit their website as soon as possible. I know it's the day before your first day of classes begins, but it's not too early to start to think about your careers after you leave UAlbany. I always tell students that in order to figure out what you ultimately want to do, you need to know what opportunities are out there. Handshake is an incredible resource for you, so be sure to make an account. This tool allows you to see available job and internship fairs that are coming up very soon, provide tips on resume building and interviewing, and it even contains posts of actual jobs and internship opportunities. I know that having an internship while you are here will be an incredible asset to you as you look for jobs. How do I know? I'm the current internship director in the Department of Sociology, and in a survey of UAlbany graduates, 78% agreed that having an internship was helpful in their post-graduation preparation. My third and final piece of advice is to be persistent and dedicated to your final goal, which is to graduate from UAlbany. Just by graduating college, research shows that you will reduce your chances of being unemployed or living in poverty, and your annual median earnings will be higher than those of not graduating college. Research also shows that graduating college will help you have much better health in the long run than those who do not, living longer lives, as many as 3 years longer, and you'll be less likely to suffer from chronic health conditions. The benefits of you fulfilling your goal of completing your degree at UAlbany cannot be understated. And the staff, faculty, and administrators here want to do everything they can to help you. So please don't be shy and ask for help if you need it. More than 30% of our UAlbany students are the first in their families to go to college. So if you feel as though you need additional help, you are not alone. And lucky for you, you've chosen the right place. UAlbany was ranked within the top 2% of all universities in terms of providing a conduit for economic and social advancement for its students. I want to leave you with some motivation as you start your first semester, a quote by President Abraham Lincoln. "The best way to predict your future is to create it." And now I'm thrilled to introduce you to our student speaker, Robin Murray. Robin is an international student from Ireland, as well as a transfer student who joined us just last year. She is a sociology major, great choice, Robin, with a business minor, a member of the women's field hockey team, and the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and an orientation leader who some of you met this summer. Please join me in welcoming Robin.
Good start. Good evening, everyone. Oh, thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Great Dane family. Let me take this off. Being accepted to UAlbany is such a huge accomplishment for you all, and I can promise it's also the first of many as you begin your journey here. Speaking of journey, you might be wondering what brought me from Ireland to America. Essentially, like many of you, I simply wanted to leave my comfortable bubble and experience something different, away from my friends and family, though maintaining my athletic career in field hockey. I know not many of you cross an ocean to leave your bubble, but I imagine many of you can relate to my feelings. Also, once I make up my mind about something, I'm set on it. So when I was going to America, I was going to America. Was it a gamble? Yes. Did it work out perfectly? Not at first, but it's working now. You see, I began my college career at another university, but unfortunately, I experienced a very challenging time that led me to question my purpose in life. Was I really meant to be in America? Was this the right school for me? What academic path do I want to take? Do I even love field hockey anymore? Ultimately, I decided that I needed to find another university that was a better fit. And so last summer, I took a huge leap of faith, and I joined the UAlbany family. There's a saying that resonates with me. One often meets their destiny on the road they take to avoid it. As I told you earlier, once I set my mind on something, I do it. So transferring felt like a bit like giving up. But that leap of faith led me to my destiny here, and I encourage you all to take your own leap of faith when and if necessary. You will experience challenging times like this through your college career, and that's okay, because adversity builds resilience, and resilience builds confidence. The past year and a half has been especially challenging, as COVID has impacted all of us in many different ways. For those of you who are first-year students, you likely had a different end to high school than you envisioned, though thankfully, you're here with us today to begin your college career in person. For those of you who are returning students or fellow transfers, you experienced a tough transition to college last year and are now reassimilating under somewhat normal circumstances. All of us have been impacted by COVID, and I invite us all to reflect on what we have lost, but perhaps also what we have gained. For me personally, last year was filled with ups and downs, yes, but it was also one of the best years of my life. Although I transferred into UAlbany during the height of COVID and lost out on many traditional first-year experiences, such as this very ceremony, I was able to thrive and discover new things about myself. Let me share a few of my mantras that helped me get through this. Control the controllables. I'll be honest with you, school has never been my favorite. However, since taking control and switching my major to sociology, I've been able to immerse myself in topics that inspire and engage my brain. Explore different classes that you might not expect to like. You never know how it might impact your life and career. It's all about what you focus on, whether it be the good or the bad. For example, if you're always looking out for a blue car, you'll only spot blue cars. Am I sad that my family cannot visit me this fall due to travel bans? Yes, of course, as I love them very much. I could let that get me down every single day, but I choose to focus on the positives instead. Like many of you, we have gotten creative with how to keep in touch. We talk whenever we can and send little updates in our family group chat so we know how everyone's getting on. Speaking of my family, I know they are watching all the way from Ireland. If ever could give them a big cheer. Thank you. And I would never hear the end of it if I didn't say hello. So, fam, I know I'm not at the Oscars, but I love you and I owe you everything. You know what? Why should I be the only one who gets to do that? All of you who have family and friends watching, give them a wave, give them a great day and hello, whatever you like. All right. Thank you, thank you. That was fun. All right. Back to business. The last of my mantras I'd like to share with you is, keep your mind open to new things and get involved. It may seem scary or daunting, but it's worth it. You never know where something can take you. If I didn't apply for my orientation job this summer, I wouldn't have grown so much and met all of the wonderful people that I met. If I didn't have my field hockey team, I truly don't know where I would be. UAlbany has relit the light inside of me, and I have never been so optimistic about my future. I have made great connections here at UAlbany because of these activities. I'm so proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone and encourage you to do the same. In closing, while some of you think you know where you'll be in 4 years when you graduate, there is no set path in life, and you may be somewhere completely different than where you thought you would be. Trust the process. Take advantage of the resources that UAlbany has to offer, and remember, everything happens for a reason. Here at UAlbany, you can unleash your greatness, and I know you will. Go Great Danes. So now you're about to hear from Jessica Mall, a junior from Buffalo, New York with a dual major in music and philosophy and a member of Pitch Please. Please rise and join Jessica and all of us singing UAlbany's alma mater. In case you need a refresher, the words will be on the board above you.
College of the Empire State, mother of an army great, thou the molder of our fate, thee we sing today. Thine the hand with clasp so strong, holding though the years be long, thou the burden of our song, thee we sing today. Wisdom's duty heeds thy call, ever in Minerva's thrall. Pass the torch from one to all, guide each destiny. Neath the purple and the gold, let thy history unfold. Sons and daughters, young and old, hail to Albany.
Thank you, Jessica. And a nice job singing along, everyone. For those of you I have yet to meet, I'm Dr. Carol Kim, UAlbany's Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. As Provost, I'm responsible for overseeing the academic priorities of the institution, along with the Vice Provosts and the Deans. On stage are the members of the Platform Party, comprised of senior leadership, including Vice Presidents, Deans, and student leaders. Please connect with us at the President's Welcome Picnic that follows this ceremony. You'll notice we're assembled in academic regalia, or caps and gowns, to reinforce the significance of this moment and to honor higher education's longstanding academic traditions. Here beside me is the university mace, used at formal academic occasions to symbolize the authority vested in our institution. And behind me, you'll find our gonfalons, ceremonial flags representing each of our 9 schools and colleges. During your time at UAlbany, you'll have the chance to experience new things, meet people from different backgrounds, explore new subject areas, and grow personally in ways you cannot yet even imagine. I encourage you to step outside your comfort zone, to expand your worldview, discover your passions, and develop lasting relationships with your fellow Great Danes. Speaking of Great Danes, President Rodriguez truly is one of the greats. As you're about to see, his passion for higher education is contagious. It's my distinct honor to welcome to the podium the 20th President of the University at Albany, Dr. Avidan Rodriguez.
Thank you, Provost Kim. Muy buenas tardes. Muy buenas tardes. That's better, that's better. Good afternoon, everybody. You folks need a little bit of energy. Good afternoon. Thank you so much. Whether you are just arriving on campus for the first time, or whether you have been here for nearly or a year already, felicidades. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Congratulations on making it to the 2021-2022 academic year. You all deserve to be congratulated. Now, before I continue, I want to recognize the toll the pandemic has taken on all our lives. Members of our communities suffered the consequences of COVID-19. Some experienced major health challenges, and others, sadly, lost their loved ones. Please know that as the Great Dane family, we stand strong with our faculty, our staff, our students, and our community members who have suffered the devastating impacts of COVID-19 in so many different ways. We recognize the loss of your loved ones, the suffering of our families, and the difficult task of continuing to move forward. Therefore, I'm going to ask everybody in this building to please rise. Please rise. And let's just take a moment of silence and respect and remembrance of those we have lost as a consequence of this pandemic. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Now, let me tell you, this is an incredibly exciting moment for all of us on stage. I can't emphasize enough how amazing it is to be together again, live and in person. What do you think about that? I am extremely grateful and very happy about this opportunity and today's celebration, because it is a celebration. We are here to recognize and to celebrate you. But we are actually doubly excited because last year we were not able to hold a traditional convocation, which is why we have invited last year's incoming class to join us as well. So welcome to all of you. And I am so very pleased to have the opportunity to commend you on your decision to attend the University at Albany. Now, you have heard many reasons today why the University at Albany is a great choice. And let me tell you why I am so confident that it is indeed a great choice. First, UAlbany has excellent academic programs and world-class scholars and researchers who will be your teachers, your mentors, and will guide you along your educational journey. Another reason is our dedicated staff who are committed to supporting your success inside and outside the classroom. So I'm going to ask you, please help me recognize, and let's give a big round of applause to our faculty, our staff, and our administrators who are committed to your success. Also, at UAlbany, you will have access to amazing hands-on learning experiences, from research internships to community service. Yet another reason is our strikingly diverse student body. 43% of you identify as underrepresented minorities. The class of 2025 also comes from 28 states and territories and 31 countries. That's right. And as you will learn at the University at Albany, inclusive excellence is one of our core values, and this is a critical advantage for each and every one of you. Living and learning in a diverse, inclusive, welcoming environment is one of the best ways that you can prepare to have a positive impact in your career, in your community, and throughout the world. And I know that there are many other reasons why you chose UAlbany, which are all about your unique interests and needs, and you will discover these as your experience unfolds. Actually, if you think about your UAlbany journey as a book, today is the beginning of the first chapter. And this is a great metaphor, because a key part of our mission is to literally support you to become the authors of your success. All of your experiences in and out of the classroom will determine the middle of your chapters of your story. But it is up to you to define and to create those elements. That is your responsibility, but we are here to support you in those endeavors. However, we do know what the last chapter of your university experience will be all about. And I'll give you a hint. It will take place in the month of May. And on that day, you will be dressed like us on stage today. That's right. I'm talking about your graduation day. I know. All of you are thinking right now, wait a minute. We haven't even started classes. Classes start tomorrow. Why is the president talking about graduation day? Because it will come here sooner than you think. And you know what? Do you know what % of students we want to graduate from UAlbany? 100%. That's right. And we want to graduate 100% because your success is our collective success. We brought you to the University at Albany because we are sure that you can be successful, so we expect that each and every one of you will graduate from the University at Albany, and we will do everything possible as faculty, as staff, as administrators, as students to help support your success at the University at Albany. But getting there is going to take hard work, patience, and perseverance. You'll have to explore many new ideas and navigate new responsibilities. But you are a special generation of young adults, students who have already been through significant challenges over the past 18 months. And I promise you that the experiences that you have gone through will serve you well. They will make you stronger and more resilient. But you have to stay engaged. Engage in research. Seek out faculty and staff mentors. Please join our athletic games and support our student athletes. There you go. Participate in student organizations. Join in projects to serve our internal and external communities. And when study abroad once again becomes available, not quite yet, but once it becomes available, also study abroad. Student engagement will contribute to your success at the University at Albany and beyond. But remember, as we move to the next chapter, we will need to continue to draw on the patience, compassion, innovation, and creativity that were developed during the pandemic. And as we walk this path together, there's something I hope you will take to heart. We are a community. As we like to say in Spanish, somos familia. We are a family, and we are one great university. And never, ever forget that even in the most difficult of times, sí se puede. Yes, you can. Yes, we can. And together, we will be successful. And in that spirit of community, it is a Convocation tradition to ask our new students and our faculty and staff to mutually affirm our responsibilities to one another. So at this time, will our faculty and our staff please rise? In keeping with the university's mission, we reaffirm that we will support the academic, intellectual, and physical well-being of our community. We will create a path of living and learning that fosters tolerance and respect of others, providing the resources to help our students, you, achieve success in the classroom, within campus life, and in the broader community. Will the members of the university administration, faculty, and staff please affirm their commitment by saying, "We will." We will. Thank you. You may be seated. You can give them an applause. Of course you can. And now, if all our students could rise, Robin. Great Danes, we welcome you to an academic community that is rich in tradition and excellence, ready to cultivate intellectual curiosity, creativity, and a passion for lifelong learning. As part of this community, we ask that you take responsibility for your academic growth and achievement. Exhibit integrity and excellence in all your activities, and to foster these ideals in yourselves and in each other. Will all the students please affirm your willingness to reach towards these goals by saying, "We will." Thank you. You may be seated. these statements, we affirm that we are collaborators in our mutual success, committed to integrity with shared responsibility and respect for one another. That is what is required of each and every one of us to succeed in our own lives and in our collective future. And now, sort of to seal the deal, and don't get used to this because we're usually telling you, put away your cell phone. This time, we're asking you, if you have a cell phone, to please take out your cell phone. Turn on your flashlight. Now raise that light high as a symbol of your commitment to author your success and the success of those around you, and to help the University at Albany unleash greatness. I invite you to keep the image of these lights in your hearts and in your minds to inspire you as you begin this first chapter of your UAlbany story. And to remember that we are all in this together. Thank you so very much for joining this great university. Thank you for all that you will do in the future as members of the UAlbany family. And never, ever forget that from today forward, we are the Great Danes. So folks, stay seated, please everybody. Nobody leave anywhere. Please come back to your seats. I said we are the Great Danes, not the running Danes, so please come back to your seats. And now I will pass it on to Dr. Michael Christakis. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay engaged. Muchísimas gracias.
All right, another round of applause for President Rodriguez. And to all of you, congratulations, you are now officially Great Danes. As we conclude this ceremony, we ask that you remain in your seats until the platform party and faculty have recessed out of the arena. Students should remain seated until staff escort you to the President's Welcome Picnic on the academic podium, where we encourage you to grab a bite to eat and then go eat wherever you want. President Rodriguez, I declare this ceremony is now concluded. But before we depart, a little surprise. The UAlbany fight song performed by the marching Great Danes.